think that he has what it takes
No.
to reduce the problem of insecurity in
All
South?
use of Kalu seems not to have a credibility. Seems not to have that wide. You know, it might have in some wide credibility in Southeast. See, the only way the Southeast can ever move forward is the release of nnamdikanu first. It's the first. Of some people respect him, and other wicked people are hiding under so-called Biafra something. Yeah, unknown God, all those used to. So if he's released, and he said that if I'm released though, then look for example, if they release nnamdikanu today, then all those so-called sit at home, who is going to do it? But some people are saying, what is it to honor nnamdikanu? Now, if he's released, sit at home ordinarily should out. Common sense. So these things are very, very simple. Or is a Kalu. Let them organize a fair and fair election in Abia State where it comes from. Do you think that he may win? It's as simple as how this is a Kalu. Okay, release this person first. Under whom people are hiding under unknown government agitators. When it's released, and people are okay, nnamdikanu is out. Then he said that if you release me after like 2 weeks, you're going to see drop in insecurity. Yeah, you're going to see that yes, this man is saying the truth. Let us release him. You know, I said Sunday Go was released in Benin. Bandager was released. Release this man. Let them find a way political solution to President Tinubu. Let them release him first. Then let us now see for ourselves what will be the end game of the release, not somebody politician. Do you think that the youth they like to politicians? Even here in the southwest part of Nigeria, do you think that the youth like politicians? Go and ask Nigerian youth about their politicians. Because they don't have anything positive to say. Only negative about the deputy. They don't trust the deputy. Ask people. When you say you, who are you to release? Who are you to say? He can't do anything. He can't, and they know it. But everybody is not trying to play to the gallery. You want to please somebody. You want to please president. You want to please my people. You want to please. You can't play. Stop play. See, insecurity is very, very bad. There can only be development if there is peace. There can only be progress. If there is no peace, nobody will come. So stop playing. I don't tell people, stop playing with insecurity. Don't play with it. Don't ever play with insecurity. Take it, yes, take it as on. Make sure that in your area there is peace. Anything that will cause insecurity, that will cause lack of peace, eliminate it. And one of it in the southeast is for the release of nnamdikanu. Maybe if it's released, maybe what he said, maybe it can happen. We are going to see it with our own eyes.
Because
not all politicians.
What he said what they need is intelligence. That he used what they call intelligence when he was governor.
Which intelligence?
To that even other state governor called him, you know, to look for those for
solution. When he was a governor, then it was under PDP.
Yeah.
And PDP then, Nigeria was not as well like this. PDP managed as a party to find a way to make sure that Nigeria is one. I like to give simple example. Under Obasanjo, in that time, we didn't vote for him. We voted for Fulanis in the southwest. When he became president, Yoruba outside body into my cabinet. His appointment was based on equity, fairness, and justice. So there was fairness under Obasanjo. So even though that Masop then in a so-called Masop, that's a movement with the evacuation of the sovereignty of Biafra. Masop then there was Masop, but then they were not as popular as this because they still enjoy some kind of federal presence. Then up to Yaradua, then Jonathan. All nnamdikanu came under Jonathan a little bit, all these people. But at least, you know, under Jonathan, we seem to still have a kind of equity, fairness, and justice. There was a kind of how do I put it? This kind of peace in Nigeria because PDP they find a way to give people power based on equity, or at least they have national consciousness. It was when Buhari came when he said people gave me 5%. Yesterday was his birthday, 5%, and Buhari said that some people are a dot in the nation. Buhari said it. That was when the agitation became loud. So he should not say he does not have any magic wand. It was because Nigeria was at least still at peace with other, and the zones in Nigeria, they had this common understanding. But now you see that when Buhari was president, the North seemed to have upper hand. Okay, when Obasanjo was president, nobody had upper hand. We all like one Nigeria. There are Jonathan, at least everybody. But this one now, under Buhari, it seems that the north is the king. But the Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it seems that the Yoruba, the west, southwest are the king. It seems. So you saw how others were kicking against the north under Buhari. You see how not now they are kicking against Yoruba, that it is Tinubu put only Yoruba people back. That is why that so-called agitation is loud. But there's a kind of sense of purpose. Yeah, everybody is being carried along all the old tribes. Then also, what's his name? Uzor Kalu should look inward. Not about any. There's no magic wand to it. The country seems to be more fragmented than it was before. Okay, let's talk about the tax bill of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That tax bill simply means it's not showing the man. Well, it's not showing, but you see how the North are kicking against it. Yeah. So it seems that the country is a little bit fragmented. The people now seem to cling toward their own regional and their own region. That is why it seems that we are no longer as equal to one as before. So that now here lies the question. The question now is, what is his name? Uzor Kalu or what? What is the level of trust that the people have, even in Abia State, then in Southeast for him? Let him ask himself that question. That if he start today, he just start normally. nnamdikanu stand. Who are the East going to follow? Is an example. So no. Yes, it's just simple. All our players have that in the mind. That if I stand now, I remember nnamdikanu stand. Who are they going to follow? It's as simple as that. Do they see him as a leader? I don't know. I'm just asking a question. That do they see Uzor Kalu as a leader? It's simple. So if they see him as a leader, good news. You don't see him, I have nothing to say.
But we've seen some people said Ekpa, is not the cause of the insecurity there in the southeast. That we've seen the governors, the leadership of the southeast bring in, Fulani herdsmen. Even we've seen Uzodimma wanting to, set up an IDP camp. Then the southeast, southern part of Nigeria, the eastern part of Nigeria. But with this now, do you not think the leaders, the southeast governors, should also be blamed for this?
You see, they are the CEO of their
state. I think they should come and meet him for solution. But when you say this comment, is it not seen that these people are also at fault, in terms of bringing in, like of Peter Omba, people have accused him of allowing Fulani herdsmen take over the farm, people's farm there in Enugu State. Do you not think the southeast governor should also be blamed?
The governors are the CEO of their state. So you are like the chief executive of the state. So ordinarily the blame should lie on their head. But number one, Nigerian context, we claim to be practicing a federal system of government. Thereby, we are not passing any federal. We claim to be federal, but we are passing something like a unity system of government. US, we say want to copy our own federal from the US. The governor in the state, they have their own Supreme Court in the state, and the governor in charge of the police. In Nigeria, the governor does not have power over the police. That's why they want to create a state police now. Even personally, I'm afraid of that state police because they might use it for their own personal. You know what to know in Nigeria. One side. You look at the fact that these governors, they don't have a say about the police. So the security architecture, do they really have that monopoly of it? I don't think so. That's the problem. So we can blame them. If you say blame Ekpa, what I'm looking, the case of Ekpa is in Finland. I want to wait for it because these ones are Europeans. They still obey to the rule of law in Europe than here. So now I want to see what will become of this Ekpa case from Finland, and I will decide. When I expect the people, when they feel that investigation, I'm going to know. What I want to see, even in the north, anywhere in Nigeria, I want to see peace. Let there be peace. We will say, south is south, north. As far as we are one Nigeria, Oyinbo man don't know whether he be Yoruba or Igbo. Nigeria is Nigeria. So they will say, trouble in southeast Nigeria, trouble, for example, in northeast Nigeria, trouble in northwest Nigeria, for example, south Nigeria. So we are still one Nigeria as of today. So let's find a way to have peace. If there is peace, then things can work. Let's deceive ourselves. So let's find a way to have peace. If there is peace and equity, then prosperity will come. Then money will come. Then we can say yes, We are all moving. But if there's no peace, and then we try to deceive ourselves and say, it's this side, and nothing concern me. Oh, guy, concern you. But it's happening in Nigeria. They are going to post it all across the world. Nigeria also something. So after one Nigeria, we should stop shifting the blame on one tribe, on one ethnicity, on one religion, and then have a national spirit and a national cohesion as Nigeria.
God bless you. And I am happy that this thing is coming out from the former governor of Abia State. And watch Abia State currently now is one of the best states in the southeast. Currently now. Why? Because the person that is in power now is a man of wisdom. And that wisdom is what this man, Uzor Kalu now, is trying to exploit in the memory of Mba, Soludo, and Hope. This is what they are lacking. They need wisdom. I remember humble self evangelist Benjamin Johnson Snachi, the only Biafran evangelist that speaks the truth and nothing but the truth and ready to end by it. Now listen and listen good. There is something that you people that I don't like. You are pondering that I don't like. There was never a time they arrested Simon Ekpa. Somebody been away because of safety of his life so that he can continue. There is an adage that my daddy told me then back in the days in the military. They say a hero doesn't die in a war and the soldier doesn't fight to finish. They fight to remain in order to continue another day. Now, Simon Ekpa was not arrested. Point of correction. Then a former governor of Abia State, Uzor Kalu, now saying that Simon Ekpa should be tried there or whatsoever. For your information, there is no way and there is no how Simon Ekpa will bring to Nigeria. There is no way that we bring Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. No matter the effort of the Nigerian government, the AGF, no matter the effort of Christopher, Musa, no matter the effort of Uzodimma and Peter Mba, you will not see Simon Ekpa here. Because Simon Ekpa has not committed any offense or any crime. It's Nigeria are the ones accusing him wrongly, and which the Finland government who asked him to stay away for now from this have thoroughly done their investigation, and they have discovered that this young man was fighting judiciously right for his people, not just only for himself. Nigeria mounting pressure on them to bring. See, there is something Nigeria should wake up from. Woko have already stated it in the house. Arresting Simon Ekpa will not stop the agitation. When you arrest Simon Ekpa, there are thousands of Simon Ekpa there. Because agitation is not individual thing. It is a spirit. And there is something again I want to say. And I will hereby stand to say it. What the former governor Uzor Kalu is saying is in the angle of what I am saying. Nigeria should focus on the problem that faces Nigeria. They should stop parading themselves in the corridor of Finland, leaving what is facing them. Look at the hunger. Look at the frustration. Look at like now the Nigerians are burning their passport. Do you know what that tells to a nation called Nigeria? That means you are no longer being valid before your citizens. Are you getting it? So these are the issues that are supposed to concern Nigeria, not Simon Ekpa. Not the issue of bringing Simon Ekpa. Okay, ever since, okay, let me agree on what they are parading, said he was arrested. Ever since he was arrested in Finland, as Nigeria said, Nigerian media, not even Finland, the Nigerian media have said, did they bring peace in Southeast? I am asking, is there any peace in the Southeast, in the Eastern region? I overheard and I was told there was a serious gunshot in Umuoma, Abia State, Isialangwa, and there is a serious gun battle in Ohofia side. I got it. Simon Ekpa that is in the prison, as you said. Why not peace? Why all these things are still going on there? Why? If Simon Ekpa is the one behind all these things, instead Nigeria should wake up from their slumber and follow the truth and take it by the truth the way it should. Hope Uzodimma, Pitamba, and the rest, Nigerian politicians are behind it. Because the same thing is what is playing in the north. You are getting me? The same thing is playing in the north. The politicians are the one behind it, both in the north and in the southeast. And the Nigerians know all this, and just because, do you know why they are just pointing Simon Ekpa? Because Simon Ekpa make Biafra of a thing so much popular and draw interest of the prominent people of the world today. Are you getting it? You see why they are pointing Simon Ekpa and calling Simon Ekpa as if Simon Ekpa is a governor or is under any position in Nigerian government. Whether Simon Ekpa is the one that is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that is the president of Nigeria. Is it Simon Ekpa, the Senate President Akpabio, or Shetima, the Vice President? The people in the corridor of law that are bringing laws afflicting pains to Nigerians. Instead of them to look at that, look at the bill, tax bill, reform bill, whatsoever in the English they like, they used to qualify it. They are bringing, where are they bringing it? To put it upon the masses again, to continue afflicting the masses in pains. Again, with the one they have already afflicted. Are you getting it? Which the northerners are the ones now resisting it because it's telling on them already. They don't want another affliction to continue. You get it? Instead of them to checkmate all this and find solution and think of what to do in all this, they are busy pointing Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is just a person. It's just one head. And you have over how many heads in the National Assembly? Many heads in the House of Representatives. Many heads in the presidency. Both the president aide, both president spokesperson, both advisor, both whatsoever, and president himself and vice and co. Yet they don't have anything useful and meaningful to produce.
Okay, so but we also heard them during the interview with TVC, Uzor Kalu, he said, you know, these former governors are not talking to the past or ex-governors, ex-leaders of the southeast region. He said, like, so when he was governor of Abia State, he was able to clear the insecurity there by what they call intelligence. So this current governor should meet with the past governor to see how they were able to do it during this time. He said he even helped Anambra and Imo State to curb or to reduce insecurity there in the southeast. That is what they call intelligence that they should use. So do you not think it's high time the like of Uzodimma and Pitamba and Soludo, do you not think it's high time they sit with people like Uzor Kalu and seek for solution?
God bless you. And I am happy that this thing is coming out from the former governor of Abia State. And what Abia State currently now is one of the best states in the southeast. Currently now. Why? Because the person that is in power now is a man of wisdom. And that wisdom is what this man, Uzor Kalu now, is trying to exploit in the memory of Mba, Soludo, and Hope. This is what they are lacking. They need wisdom. And let me tell you, if they are not making their ends meet from there, they would have do something about this insecurity in the Southeast. So, in other words, they are the one brain behind what is going on there. Yes, there should be question. Mba should be questioned, Hope should be questioned, and the Soludo should be questioned. Because look at what he said. He used wisdom. That means insecurity has been, but he used wisdom to manage them, not to escalate, to manage them and to calm everybody's nerves down, irrespective of the angle you want to operate from. And everybody relax in his tenor, wisdom. The Bible said in the book of Proverbs, it said wisdom is a principle to direct. So that means these governors are lacking what we call wisdom. And I will be happy if they should apply this concrete information from Uzor Kalu. They should use wisdom, apply wisdom in their various states. Intelligence is part of it. The intelligence, they should do what? Apply this intelligence. The word of that is the wisdom, the part of the wisdom that is intelligence. You understand? They should employ it and exploit it. Employ it and exploit it in their states in order to curb insecurity. If actually their hand is not there, if they are not involved, and if they are not the brain behind it, if they are not making profit out of the insecurity, then let them do the needful. Yes, by employing and exploiting the what intelligence, as said by former governor of Abia State.
But do you think? Sorry, do you think deep down is Uzor Kalu's heart? Do you think that he knows that Ekpa is not the problem? Or do you think that that's what? Do you think that he's saying that Ekpa?
Yeah, you know, this is all they are all Nigerian politicians. He has been there before. He knows the game. He understands everything. That's why he's coming. He doesn't want to be a kind of straight. He's coming in a diplomatic statement way. Or let me say in a political statement. That is what is coming, the angle is coming from. Are you getting it? To let Nigeria and all these governors, all these things that you are doing, you are saying, we have been there, we understand it. Stop fooling the people. Do the needful. You are the one in power, you are the one that is there as the governor. Govern well. African China say, if you be governor, govern us well. You understand me? So govern well by applying the diplomatic intelligence approach to your state and to the people for peace to stand. Are you getting it? That's just it. So Uzor Kalu have indirectly said it. Simon Ekpa is not Nigerian problem. Neither is he the brain behind what is going on in the Southeast. So let the governors should be held accountable. The governors. Come back and still tell you how he originated from Igbos, from his ancestors, his great-grandfathers. Are you getting it? He's a confused person. That's why I've been telling you, I don't used to take most of his words serious. Why? Because I used to see him as a confused man. That goes in the diaspora of the Ohanese. Glory be to God, they are now trying to say that somebody from Ikwere, and Ikwere people have Ikwere people Ekwetego, meaning that they have agreed and they have accepted that they are what? Igbos, and that definitely that means they are what? Biafra. And now they are now saying somebody from Ikwere call Rotimi Amechi. Do you know the meaning of Rotimi Amechi? Do you know the meaning of Amechi, the surname? Amechi in Igbo means only Amechi. Amechi is in the short form. Amechi, who knows tomorrow? And that's just the meaning. Now listen to me. I'm actually coming to become the 12th Ohaneze Ndigbo after the death of the 11th president of Ohaneze Ndigbo in the person of Iwanyanwu. Now I'm actually coming now. Good and fine. It is a good thing. And I believe that the Ikwere people should step up, and Igbos, no other part of Igbos for now should compete or contest with him. They should free and fair and let him be. Except if there is another person from Ikwere, are you getting it, who want to contest with Rotimi Amechi, let two of them struggle it out. Whosoever that wins should do what? Should rule as president. Are you getting it? And that is the normal thing. And let me tell you, then whosoever that maybe, let's say for now, stand Rotimi Amechi, because that is the public figure we already know. Now, him being the Ohaneze Ndigbo president, or becoming the Ohaneze Ndigbo president, I believe, because he have ruled a state for 8 years before. He have controlled a department as a minister, I think Minister of Transportation. Are you getting it? Under Buhari. Are you getting it? So he has been in the corridor of power for decades now. You know what it means in Nigeria. And I believe he has something to contribute. But in addition and contribution for his leadership, from me, my humble advice, please remember that you are going to have an opposition. But don't see that opposition as your enemy, but see them as a ladder to you, for you to climb to the top. Are you getting it? Because without opposition, you will not be able to know your errors. You will not be able to know your mistakes. You will not be able to know area to correct yourself. Are you getting it? So don't see them as an enemy, but see them as a ladder for you to go to the top. And let me tell you, Rotimi Amechi, going there is not to go against the Igbos, because you and your people, your families have agreed for what we are going. Because Igbos must go. The Biafrans are leaving Nigeria to go and establish the God-given nation called Biafra. God has given us, God has blessed us with it. Are you getting it? God has blessed us with this nation called Biafra. And what we need now is the support of the diasporas of the world and in Nigeria, so that we move to achieve that dream. This thing that somebody like me today is crying, somebody like Mazen nnamdikanu is suffering, somebody like Simon Ekpa is experiencing and showcasing to the world. When the time comes, I know people like you, Rotimi Amechi, and other people, even if you do not have that opportunity, your children may wake up tomorrow and have that opportunity to control. But today, I am the one crying for it. As a Biafran evangelist, I am the one erring for it. Spending my saliva, my time, my energy, my strength concerning this. It is a dream, a vision that you need to see in the angle that I'm seeing it, likewise other persons, so that we achieve this thing, so that you have your total freedom in your father's home, in your father's land, so that you have, you know what freedom is all about. There is something that this man said that is touching me. He said they are not slaves. Yorubas are not slaves. Then who is a slave in this country? Please let Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu answer me this question. Who is a slave in this country? He said Yorubas are not slaves. Who is then a slave? Because it's a reference. That statement is a reference. So he, the president, should explain that. Because with this maltreatment now, you are bringing me to that statement that you are indirectly calling Igbos a slave. Do you know what that means? Is there anything still remain as a slave in the whole wide world? I am not happy for that statement.